A very good morning, it's Penuel, the Black Pen. Today's videos are sponsored by Khethonline, 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 which is an online virtual store. For people that are looking to sell anything in South Africa, you can visit their website, www.khethonline.co.za. I'm going to drop a link at the bottom. And for people that are looking to buy online stuff in South Africa, they deliver anywhere in the country. You can see some of their details below. You can visit their website. And if you're looking to be a seller of your things, or if you're looking to be a buyer of authentically South African things, please get on that platform. I believe they are trying to get into the online selling space. And it's a beautiful initiative that I'm hoping will grow from strength to strength. For people that have set up NPOs, for people that are looking to set up non-profit organizations, there's a workshop on the 9th of September in Benoni in Gauteng that will be hosted by the Mishak Dabudi Foundation. And if you're interested in learning how NPOs work, how to raise funding, how to pick directors, and how to ensure that you have a sustainable NPO that gives back to the community, please make sure that you send them an email. I'm going to send that email address at the bottom as well that you guys can contact so that you can attend the workshop. So yesterday, the judgment came out of the Tubuli Punu. Tubule Punu, Tubula Ngispa. The Tubuli Puni Kill the Boer song had been taken to court by Afriforum, which had taken Julius Malema of the EFF, the commander-in-chief. At the same time, they'd also taken Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, who is one of the leaders in the EFF, for singing a song, Biza Amafaya Brigade, which apparently had been sung at a murder case for a person called, I believe, Brendan Horner. And it may be 2010, I believe, I stand to be corrected. That Biza Amafaya Brigade was linked to apparent farm fires a certain space away from that case. The judge found that there was no link to that and they threw that case out. The more pressing case was the one of Julius Malema and the Tubuli Punu, if this constitutes hate speech. And what the judge there, I believe his name is Edwin Muhlalehi. I'm not really sure of his name. I apologize for butchering his name. Judge Edwin, who had ruled that he does not see it as hate speech, and he feels that in the context of this country and our history, the song is fine and it is not used to incite violence. It is not used to incite or as hate speech. Afriforum was very, very upset with the ruling. And obviously, Ernst Roots, one of the leaders of Afriforum, went onto Twitter to basically state how upset he was with the ruling and the fact that he feels that minorities are not being protected in this country. I do agree, just on my side, I do agree that the song Tubuli Punu could constitute hate speech purely because if you were to change the Tubuli Punu to Tubulu Mtomnyama, Tubulu Taki, Tubuli Ndia, Tubuli Kalati as an example, I believe that just by those words alone, it does speak hate against a certain group of people, in particular a particular race. I understand the historical significance of the song, but for a judge to come and say that they believe the song is fine and can be used in political contestations, I believe is very sad and is very wrong. I do not really know if it could incite violence, but at any given time, obviously singing songs such as those, you could find some radical people that could use a song like that to then go and incite violence, saying, in this country. One of the things the judge did say is the fact that he understands the song to speak more now to the fact that the land issue has not been fully resolved in this country, and also to speak about the fact that there's been failure from the government and that he feels the song is more directed towards that than a particular group of people. I went on Twitter and I did say I understand why Afriforum is sad. I do believe they will be appealing the case, so we'll see how that goes. And Judge Edwin himself had also said that maybe in a different setting, maybe under a different judge, they may have found the song to mean something else. So we will see how that goes when the case goes on appeal. From my side, though, to Afriforum, I'm hoping that they're starting to get a sense of the sensitivity of some of these matters in this country, because it is Afriforum as well that is fighting for the freedom of the old apartheid flag to not be deemed some form of hate speech. They're hiding under freedom of expression as well, a flag that really triggers and holds emotional some South Africans in this country, a flag that some racist white people in this country use to remind themselves of the supposed great days when white people were in power and where black people were oppressed. So I'm looking at the hypocrisy where Afriforum is losing a case saying Tubuli Bunu incites hate speech, and it makes certain white and maybe Afrikaans people feel attacked in this country. But in the same breath, they're fighting to ensure that people can display the old apartheid flag, which is emotional and which triggers black people. So I don't know how they reconcile that to say that, but this is unfair, yet this is fair. One of the other things I did say on Twitter to these guys was that Afriforum has got a lot of money. I believe they raise something like 45 million rand a month from the members, from the 300,000 members that they have. So they have a lot of money to take these cases to court. They have money to appeal a lot of these cases. And one of the things I did say was that a lot of the poor black masses in this country will never have the chance to get fair legal representation because they do not have the money. They can't even afford bail. And Afriforum just losing a case is just a small taste of what the masses of this country who are poor have to deal with on a daily basis. And they don't even have the financial banking that an Afriforum has. If Afriforum believe that they must win every case they have, in particular because they think they are better legal minds, in particular maybe because they think they have money, that is grossly unfair, and it speaks to this broken legal system that we have in this country that I hate so much. It favors rich people in particular. And what they're seeing, I mean, you've got Advocate Dalimpofu, who is a member of the EFF, who I'm sure gives great legal counsel. He's an expensive advocate, gives great legal counsel to Julius Malema, Mboiseni Ndlozi, and other members of the EFF that have court cases. Afriforum have got their own legal heavyweights in their arsenal. And it's basically money versus money. So it's you trying to see that if people that have money also feel aggrieved by the legal system, what about the poor masses in this country that do not have that? And we're seeing even in the Senzo Meyiwa case, where 4 of the accused are represented by Advocate Difo, that a lot of people are disappointed with his conduct. And then there's another advocate who is representing one of the accused who maybe has some money to fight this case on their behalf. Our legal system is broken. Like I said, I don't agree with the outcomes of the case, but the judge stated their reasons. And I'm hoping Afriforum will see the sensitivity of this country and hopefully look to maybe drop this apartheid flag case, understanding that it's hypocritical for them to feel that this is freedom of expression, but then on the other side, to not understand why black people that were gross victims of apartheid feel triggered and emotional when they see the apartheid flag. We'll see how that goes and how that plays out in courts and as time goes on. Big Zulu's 150 bars, of course, have been causing havoc on the Twitter streets and on social media. I see KO was the first to respond with a diss track. The second person to respond, I think, I stand to be corrected, but I saw Duncan has responded as well. And I saw Kwesta has responded as well. Judging on the YouTube views, it looks like Duncan is giving the biggest heat in his comebacks. I listened to the track where he's calling Big Zulu Big Ndunu. And he's basically saying all of his achievements have been because of Kwesta. I see him and Kwesta, because I listened to Kwesta's diss track, come back, speaking about the fact that people actually look forward to his songs, not because of him, but because of the hooks that are sung by someone else. I mean, if you think of Intaba said Dubai, that song was powerful because of the beat and because of the hook, which was sung by Intaba said Dubai. This might be the revival of hip-hop. I don't know if it's the greatest revival, because we're dealing in a space where Twitter is negative. We're dealing in a space where we're trying to look after people's mental health, where we're trying to spread positivity. And if we're saying that the revival of hip-hop is going to come at diss tracks and hitting cheap shots and hitting below the belt, is that the type of hip-hop that we want in this country coming back? However, I just want to applaud the guys for their creativity, for the great music we're listening to. And look, it might have to give kudos to Big Zulu for bringing back maybe a KO, bringing back a Kwesta, bringing back a Duncan, and forcing them to step up in their hip-hop game for the entertainment of the fans at large. Pen you well, the Black Pen, and I hope you'll have a great day. Again, please go to www.khethonline.co.za, a virtual online marketing and selling space for South Africans. And then drop an email to the Mishek Tabudi Foundation, which will be hosting a workshop for NPOs, people that are interested in NPOs, people that run NPOs, people that run churches, so that they can be schooled on how NPOs work. The email address will be at the bottom as well. Love you guys very much, and I'll chat to you guys soon. Cheers.